and welcome to today's episode of Talks with Ian. This one being how to stop caring what anyone thinks of you, as you may have already known from the video title. Now, I think a common problem with our world today, with social media, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, everything, we all care a little bit too much what people think of us, especially with movies coming out too. Like everyone's so beautiful, everyone's so attractive. What's going on? And I used to struggle with this way too much. My friends would always tell me I care too much people think of me. I can't speak anymore. My friends would tell me I thought too much people think of me. My parents would tell me. My sister, I think she told me once. I don't know. But the thing is, everyone in the world who's not insane or dead cares at least a little bit what other people think of them. The problem, I don't want to call it a problem, but the problem when it comes to people who think too much people think of them is that it can affect the way they live their life. And that's what was happening to me. So here's my personal story, which will help you in a way, I hope, in terms of not caring too much about what people think of you. My entire life, I think I used to care a little bit too much about like my hair. When I would pass by like a window, I just would look at the window and fix my hair and stuff, and I just would care too much about it. Now I just killed it all and it's just basically white, and I love it. And I wasn't able to do this before because I cared too much people think about me. I used to care about things like that. I used to care about way too much about the way I look. I still have a bit of body dysmorphia. That was one of the reasons why I started working out, because I always thought I was too skinny, or maybe I was too chubby, or I thought my calves were too big when I was 11 years old, or even younger than that. I just cared way too much people think about me, what people thought about me, and just how I looked and everything. Honestly, probably until a couple of years ago, when my social media started to really take off. And it's crazy that once I stopped caring what people think about me, I started to really grow in the thing that I loved, which was content creation, just being creative. Here's a story of how that happened. Right before graduating, my TikTok started to gain a little traction, and I was doing these thirst trap type videos, these skit funny videos and all that kind of stuff. I had this perception of myself of what I thought people wanted from me. I was oh, I have to look this certain way, or I have to act super nice so people like me. I was overly nice. I was such a people pleaser, and that was a huge problem for me. I couldn't get over the people pleasing. I didn't want anyone to dislike me. I just cared way too much about that. I was I gotta be nice to every single person I meet and just smile all the time. That's literally what I did every time I meet somebody. It can hurt and be detrimental to your mental health to be like that all the time, because you're only human. You can't always be happy and smiling and giggly all the time and nice to every single person you meet, because not everyone you meet is gonna be a nice person. So I was going about social media that way and trying to be this go jolly guy, and it wasn't until I started posting the things that I really wanted to post, which was storytelling and acting and VFX and really creative stuff, that I was just why am I posting what I think people want from me all the time? There is a point where when you're a content creator, you have to kind of post what people expect from you so that you can keep the career going. Otherwise, that's where the term falling off comes from. But you gotta find a balance between who you are and what people like. This is gonna come back later in this story, but to truly not care a single bit about what people think about you, you would have to either be a monk and live off in the mountains or something. I don't know, be insane. Because if you don't care a fraction, not even a single bit about what people think about you, that means you wouldn't care about working to make money to live and have a job, because obviously you wouldn't care about any of that kind of stuff. You wouldn't care about yourself. You wouldn't care enough to keep leveling up in your career, because what's the point of leveling up if you're not going to care about any of that kind of stuff? You have to care a little bit. And so I'm gonna come back to my story. I started posting these POV videos, which all you guys know, where I would tell stories and act in them and all that kind of stuff. And I want to be an actor. I love acting. I've known that since I was a kid. I love directing, I love acting, I love writing, and I'm writing a movie right now. It's a lot of work, but I'm writing it. It was when I started making those videos that I was why am I making these Japanese skit videos? Why am I making these comedy videos? I don't want to be a comedian. Comedy's fun. I enjoy it. It's cool to do. It's a good job. But overall, I want to be a creative artist in general, and I want to act. I love acting. The moment I stopped caring what I thought people wanted from me, and I started posting these acting videos and just being myself, that was when things started to really explode and pop off. And who knows, maybe there was a little bit of luck in there, but that doesn't push away from the fact that I had been posting for a whole year up until that point of videos that I thought people wanted from me. And it took some work and time to get to the point of me just breaking, in a way, breaking my cocoon to let my real self out and like just act in my videos as myself for videos to finally just start going crazy viral. But to have that is a good feeling. It's a really awesome feeling to know like I can shed away this mask I've been wearing to please other people that I thought people wanted to see, when in reality, what people really want is you beneath the mask. Like, why do you think artists like Doja Cat do so well? She doesn't give a about what people think about her. In fact, she hates her fans. She says that on the daily, but her art is so incredible. Like that song, Paint the Town Red, I could not stop listening to that song. And it is literally about like the devil and like America hates. Well, like at least like the very like, I don't care too much about that stuff. I stay away from everything political. She doesn't give a what people think about her. She hates people. In fact, and then like she shaved her head and she's killing it. People like people who can be themselves because everyone in this world is afraid to be themselves. So when they see someone really truly shine, it's not even shining, it's just when they see people truly embracing themselves, it's a spectacle in the way that I think people can vicariously live through that in the fear that they can't do that themselves. So whenever I get hate comments, I love them because I'm gonna make a whole other video about like how I deal with hate and all that kind of stuff. It'll probably be a YouTube short, but I love hate comments. I used to get so upset about them. I used to be like, why is someone like out of 1,000 comments, this one hate comment bothers me so much. I feel bad for that Ian, because right now this Ian loves hate comments. I see them and I'm like, I know that this hate comment comes at a place of either jealousy. If not jealousy, then a place of resentment so hard that it comes from somewhere in their own heart that they don't like about themselves. Because like if you're truly okay with yourself, what reason do you have to like bash on someone's appearance, bash on someone's personality, and bash on what someone's doing? Like if you're truly content with yourself, in fact, you wouldn't be on social media. You would just be living about your life with your own self, which is why I love hate comments, because positive comments are great. I love positive comments. I take it with a grain of salt, because it's like, at the end of the day, I'm doing this for me and I'm doing it to spread my creativity, and the fact that you guys love it, I love it. That's why I'm so thankful for you guys. When it comes to like hate comments, I love those too, because now it's kind of like, you don't like my content, yet you're helping me build my career, because in commenting on my video, you're boosting the algorithm, and then my homies, my true fans, my real ones, are gonna fight back with you, and that's just gonna keep the video going even more. So the fact that you're putting a hate comment on my video means you're not just a fan, you're a super fan. They say like, it's so cliche, your haters are your motivators. I mean, motivation too, but like your haters are your #1 fans. And it's because hate, I think, is just as strong as love. To me, hate and love are opposites. I know people say the different things, but like to me, hate and love are opposites because they're so close to each other in terms of positive, negative feelings, in terms of like how strong the feeling of each one is. So knowing that like to take anything, love, hate, positive, negative, with a grain of salt has taught me not really care what people think about me. I dyed my hair white in a time where everyone was saying they loved my brown, dark, long hair. And I was like, you know what? I want to bleach it all white and screw it, whatever. Like, I'm an actor too, so if I don't book some roles because I don't have black hair, and we live in an age where anything is possible. If I need to have dark hair, I can put on a very realistically looking wig or just dye it back to brown. And the reason I would do that isn't to please other people, but to do like a role that I want to do. And if a role comes along where I'm like, oh, I like that, I'm gonna do that for me, not for anyone else. So I take back what I said back then actually about if you don't care what anybody thinks about you, you could be insane. Because I've been called insane so many times, but am I actually insane? Okay, maybe, but not really. I was just talking to my friend about this too, where it's like, I prioritize my goals and interests and needs above like anything else. And that allows me to have space to help other people in a better way than if I were to not put myself above anything. You have to prioritize yourself and be a little bit selfish in order to be a better friend, better boyfriend, better girlfriend, better family member, better anything. Because if you don't do that, how can you truly be yourself around these people? You just can't. And there's another thing. I actually heard this on a show last night called Midnight Gospel on Netflix. They're talking about how like when you accept where you are in life, in like physical setting, like anything, when you accept where you are, and you're not struggling and fighting for someone's acceptance or like fighting to get to the next place or whatever, like, and you just accept where you are and who you are. You go from living in a tiny, crowded apartment of just thoughts like crushing in on your soul and your mind to a house with a lot more space to even let other people in. And so that's why, like, for me, I can go months without hanging out with a friend and hang out with them, to have it be like it was yesterday that we last hung out, because I've gotten to a point of not caring what people think of me enough to live life on my own terms. You've probably seen it in my content, like I don't make too many POVs anymore. I might go back to it soon, but right now, like, content to me me is a way for me to be free, but also express my creativity with you guys around the world, and also provide for myself and my dog and help others who need it as well. It's not only my job, but it's what I love doing. And that's why I love making content, because I can just be myself, and if you guys like it, that's awesome. I appreciate it. You know, it's a great feeling. And that brings me back to my point where it's like, it's pretty much impossible to not care at all what people think of you, but it is possible to minimize it very smallest amount that it can be for you. Because for me, imagine this is like me caring what people think of me. It used to be like so much bigger. It was so much to the point where I would just apologize for things that didn't even happen, like things I never needed to apologize for. If I like accidentally like bumped into someone or something, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I did not mean to do that. And they're like, dude, you're fine. Like, why are you apologizing so much? And I was like, I think to my head and I'm like, why am I apologizing so much? I could just have said I'm sorry and just that could be it. But I know I'm not the only one who like over apologizes for things or like is too polite. I think it has to do with like the way we were raised, social media, and just like hearing too many things and all that, too much information in our brains. And if that's the case for you, like I recommend getting off of social media for like at least a month or a week or whatever, because I promise you that will help you more than anything. It's like going off the grid for at least a week. Okay, we'll set it a week. That helped me a lot. But it got to a point from like, whoa, too much caring what people think of me, down to like the tiniest little bit. And that helped me not only with my career, but with life, friendships, with literally everything. Because if you truly don't care what people think of you, you could be like labeled as an ass. No, just maybe even a pessimist, who knows? But then again, if you care only about yourself, I mean, you could be labeled as a narcissist or something. If you care just the right amount what people think of you, then you care enough to be nice to them, but not care too much and overly be polite. Or, you know, you care about them enough to see them succeed and help them when they need help and help them in times of need, and just be a good person. So I think at the end of the day, what we all want to be is a good person, but also care about ourselves enough to not be detrimental to our own health and mind and soul and body and spirit. All of this to say, you only live once. YOLO. Stop caring too much what people think of you, because life's too short to live on other people's terms. Your life is your life, not someone else's. So do what you want to do and go live your life. All right, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If it helped you or you learned something, let me know in the comments, and let me know if you want to see more videos like this, because I really do like just sitting and talking to you guys about just things I learned in my life, because I'm almost 25. That's crazy. Turning 25 in almost a month. November 11th. 11/11. That's crazy. And I have so many things and projects going on, and being able to sit down and talk to you guys and just talk about things I've learned, experiences in my life is so fun. I have fun doing this. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, please. Share it with a friend you think might enjoy it as well. And let me know comments of things that you guys want to see me talk about or do. That'd be cool. I might just do it and then shout you out in the next video. Who knows? And follow me on Instagram at Ian Boggs with a Z. Post a lot of stuff on there that I don't post on here. I post in my story like every day. And watch my next video if you haven't already. It's pretty cool, I would say. It's pretty crazy, not gonna lie. I mean, the title says it all. And yeah, I love you guys. All right, stay beautiful, stay amazing. And I'll see you there. Peace. Ian Nation Battalion. I haven't said that in a long time. Oh my God. All right, I'll see you guys there.